I made a game, like a huge, big game. But this is not my first game. Like, no, I made about 100 games, I guess, in the last 17 years. But this game is slightly different. The biggest difference between all those other games and this game is the amount of people that are contributing to the game, which is an ever-growing list, it seems. So right now, as I'm recording this video, there's a QA team testing the game. They're pretty much just playing the latest build, and I'm giving them a new build every day. They're playing it, looking for bugs and looking for stuff that just doesn't work correctly. While another team is currently looking at all the text in the game and translating it to about 6 or 7 other languages. So they are all working on the game right now. And besides that, we of course have this title screen background, which was fan art. But it was so well done that we turned it into the official background art for the game, and probably some marketing material as well. We of course had the tileset winners contributing with various tilesets used for the game planets, creating a huge amount of variation for all the planets you'll be crashing on. Then there is Dylan, my intern, who has created a couple of tilesets, a couple of backgrounds for the background of the planet. He created a couple of creatures, he created a bunch of heads and bodies and tails, which are used by the computer to procedurally generate a huge amount of variation for creatures you'll be encountering everywhere. He created a kick-ass intro animation, and he now created some extra eye-catcher art, which I explained a couple of weeks ago. So there's now more eye-catchers in the game. So a lot of people are contributing to the game, and it's almost done. And then I'll be handing it over to Friedel, Serious Lion, on Discord, and he will then turn that game into a game that runs on Switch, Xbox and PlayStation if Sony ever sends us those developer kits, because that's still a little bit of a problem and probably my biggest worry right now. We don't have the developer kits yet. So if anybody at Sony or PlayStation is watching, help. Apparently there's something with Brexit causing a delay, but it's been a couple of weeks now. So slight worry. But I'm sure we'll get it fixed before the game releases. Hopefully. So there's just a lot of people working on the game, and there's even more stuff happening that I can't talk about just yet. Of course, there's a trailer being made, there's a PR company, the publisher. Last week I mentioned Graham, who has been helping me rewrite some stuff, who actually got paid thanks to all my patrons, because I often use my Patreon money to hire artists like that, musicians, writers, graphic artists, just people like that who are still starting out, and my Patreon in that way is very useful. So if you want to support me, but also people that I can then support with that money, check out the Patreon page. And a lot of people, a lot of stuff happening, but we're almost there. So the game has now been in development for a little bit over a year, and it's been a great ride. So the game right now is pretty much feature complete. I'm not adding anything big, but I'm still adding little things here and there. Like this week I added a water flask, which is a little item you can or you get as you crash. You have it automatically. It's empty, but you can fill it with water. It has an automatic filter system. That's just game design logic. It saves a lot of problems. So, every water you put into it will be drinkable, and it will help you replenish your health and your energy. So items like that and little things like that can just be easily implemented, because there's this whole system in the game that I just have to create it, draw it, create the item, and then set it up in the system, which all in all took me about 10 minutes to have it completely functional. So little tiny things like that will still be added over the week. But nothing big or major is going to be added. I'm writing down all the extra ideas I have, because if the game does well, there will be updates, and I would just want to have some cool updates by that time. So there are weird ideas flying in my head, but I'm not adding that. I'm controlling myself, I'm behaving myself, not adding all those features. The game is done. We need to start shipping it, or think about shipping it and preparing all that stuff. So the game is done. Another little feature I did add this week was new dioramas for the credit screen. These are pretty much, I'll take all the graphics I have for the game, pick a tile set, pick some graphics, create a little scene, a little setting, add some players, add some creatures, and then dress it up with some grass, some background art, and everything that in the game. And it take me a couple of minutes to create one of these dioramas. They're 128 by 128 pixels. And we are using them in the credit scene. So I'm still adding a couple more, but it takes me just a few minutes to create these. And they look pretty cool in the credit screen. And they are very fun to create. And that's pretty much the biggest stuff I've been doing this week. The dialogue system, I mentioned it last week. It's now up and running and it's a lot better now. PDB has its own text. The player has its own little text in like a comic book style bubble. The devices are showing it on screen. It's a lot better sorted and a lot more clear to players right now. So I'm very happy with that. And besides these new things I've been adding, it's mostly been fixing things, like more than 50 bug fixes just this week. And there's still one day left as I'm recording this, so there might be 60 fixes by the end of today. It's a very stable game right now. The bugs that are being found are pretty much stuff normal people wouldn't do or shouldn't be doing, like assigning one key to 2 commands. So that was possible in the game, not anymore. But things like that and weird stuff like that, it's all being fixed and changed. And I would not be scared to release the game today if I had to. So that's a very good sign. Let's end this video just reading some comments on last week's video. Alright, so let's finish up the video reading some comments on last week's video. Starting with, congratulations for getting featured on Ask Game Dev last video. Yeah, thanks Ask Game Dev again. It brought in a bunch of new subscribers. So hi guys, stay subscribed, like, comment, new videos every week. Our merch doesn't deliver to Australia. It doesn't? That's Sorry, the service I use delivers almost everywhere on the planet, but I guess not in Australia. Maybe they'll fix it at some point, I hope. Suggestion, add an audio hint instead of message when your backpack is losing its contents. I agree, and that's why there's already a sound popping as stuff flies out of your backpack, but I also have a message because some people play either without sound or just can't hear sound. So I need to have both options there. Are you planning residual themed merch? Not planning it, but most likely there will be something at some point on the Orangepixel store. Right now I just didn't have time to tinker with all that stuff, but I will probably create something pretty soon. Release date to Brazil, same date as to every other country, because that's how digital releases work. It's gonna be everywhere, but I can't give the date just yet. Pretty soon, give me a few more weeks and press releases and everything. It's being worked on. You didn't sleep well, I noticed it from your eyes. It's now a little over 10 in the morning. Last week's video, I started recording that at 9 in the morning on Saturday. So I did sleep very well, but I just got out of bed probably. And it was just very difficult and a very busy schedule. So I don't have a lot of freedom to find the perfect time of the day to record these videos. So I often do it in the morning, and there's also less sunlight hitting this room because after 12, the sun starts shining everywhere, and that just doesn't work well. So I sleep very well most of the days actually. Another cool video, PDB is looking cute. Yeah, he is, and maybe he should be on t-shirts. So that ties into the merch comment. Random thought, I really like the way the trees sway in the wind now. Is that new? Maybe I'm just now noticing it. Yes, you're now just noticing it because it has been in there for many months, but not all the planets have wind or strong wind, so you won't notice it every time or on any planet. Some planets have a lot of wind and strong winds, and other planets have less wind, and so it varies. Play this game is more complicated than my wife. Should I really comment on that one? The game isn't really very difficult to play as long as you push the right buttons. Oh, this is gonna be... I should stop. No, I'm not gonna go there. Just no. Good luck with your wife and the game, or the game and not. Oh man, never mind. How do you port games written in Java to Switch? By actually porting them. Java games don't run on consoles because that would just not be safe enough, or at least that's what console manufacturers think. So we're porting them from Java to Monogame, which is in C#. Friedel does all the work for that, Serious Lion, on the Discord. Come on the Discord and hang out there. So he does most of the work, and he has like voodoo and magic and stuff like that to translate all the Java to C#. And then it magically works, pretty much. Sometimes, usually, often, I think. Make me laugh so loud that my office mates were looking at like on Psycho. Yeah, don't laugh at my videos. That's the only thing. Do laugh at my... I don't know. I'm really happy about that name in the credits. Never thought I would make it. Yeah, there's a lot of name in the credits, and of course the tileset winners are now in the credits as well. So congratulations again. And that's it for this week's video. I'm gonna fix a couple of more bugs and see if I can hit that 60 bug fixes limit or target or goal, and release an update later today. And thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. Next week I might be doing a residual Q&A. So for that, if you have residual specific questions that aren't answered yet, then drop them in the comments below or drop them on Discord. I already have a couple of questions there, and I'm just assembling everything and see if I can make a video out of it. I might do that next week or the week after, but all your residual questions are welcome. So if you still have stuff that isn't answered in all these videos, these devlogs, or you forgot or you missed it, doesn't matter, drop your questions and I'll see if I can create a video around it, either next week or the week after or a few weeks later, because then there's a bunch of stuff I can talk about, but we'll get to that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next week. Bye.